Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x divided by 2 equals the cube root of x. So our first job or task is to get rid of this cube root. We want to get rid of this cube root. So to do that, well, we have to do the opposite of a cube root, which is cubing this. So if we want to just get x by itself, we're going to want to cube this whole thing. And obviously, what we do to one side, we do to the other side of an equation. That's the golden rule. So we're going to do that to this side as well. So now, because these two would cancel out, this side would just be x, and this side would be, well, this would distribute to all the terms. So we would have x to the power of 3 over 2 to the power of 3. Now, as we all know, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, so this would equal x cubed, or to the power of 3 equals, divided by 8 equals x. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to multiply by 8 on both sides. So these two cancel out. So on this side, we have x to the power of 3, and this equals x times 8 is simply 8x. So now what we're going to do is we're going to subtract by 8x on both sides. So this would give us x to the power of 3 minus 8x equals 0. And now we're going to factor out x from this equation. So if we factor out x, we get x squared minus 8. We get x times x squared minus 8 equals 0. And this actually gives us two equations. We have either x equals 0 and x squared minus 8 equals 0. And this is actually already a solution. There's no simplifying or anything. This is already a solution. So now we have to find the value of x in this equation. So x squared minus 8 equals 0. Well, we're going to add 8 on both sides to get 8 on the right-hand side. So this would give us x squared equals 8. And now, because we want to just get x in its original form, we're going to have to find the square root of both sides. And the square root of x squared is obviously just x. So x equals the square root of 8. Actually, plus or minus. Remember to add that plus or minus whenever you have square roots. So this actually equals plus or minus 2.828. So as you can see now, we have our two values of x. And that is our answer. Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 3 to the power of x equals 5 to the power of 2x. And what we're first going to do is we're going to simplify this right-hand side a bit. We have 5 to the power of 2x. And if you guys already didn't know, an important property of exponents is that if we have a to the power of b times c, this can be written as a to the power of b to the power of c, and also vice versa. It could also be written as a to the power of c to the power of b. So what we're going to write this as is, well, let's first write our 3 to the power of x, and this equals 5 to the power of 2 to the power of x. Now, 5 to the power of 2, as we all know, is 25, right? So this is 3 to the power of x equals 25 to the power of x. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 25 to the power of x on both sides. So we're going to divide this by 25 to the power of x. And remember, what we do on one side, we do on the other side. So we're going to divide this side by 25 to the power of x. So now we have 3 to the power of x over 25 to the power of x equals 25 over x over 25 to the power of x. And remember, anything divided by itself equals 1. So these two cancel out, and this just equals 3 to the power of x over 25 to the power of x equals 1. Now, whenever we have something like this, and we have our numerator going to the power of an exponent and our denominator going to the power of the same exponent, we can rewrite this as 3 over 25 to the power of x equals 1. Because the x, it just multiplies with all our numbers here. So this is equal to this. And now what we want to do is we want to make our bases the same. So another way to write 1 is 3 over 25 to the power of 0. And that way, both our bases would be the same. So this is equal to 3 over 25 to the power of x equals 3 over 25 to the power of 0. Because remember, this is equal to 1, and now we changed both of the terms so that they have the same bases. And now, because both of these terms have the same bases, we know that their exponents are equal to each other, because if they weren't, then this would be false. So now we could just ignore these two bases and set these exponents equal to each other. So x is equal to 0. And this is actually our answer, because we can't simplify this anymore. This is our answer. X is equal to 0. Now, why don't we plug this in and check? We have 3 to the power of 0 equals 5 to the power of 2 times 0. 3 to the power of 0 is 1, and this equals 5 to the power of 2 times 0 is 1, or sorry, 2 times 0 is 0, and 5 to the power of 0 is 1. So this is 1 equals 1, so this is right, meaning our answer is x equals 0.